Hello everyone, Avam here, and I'm welcoming you back to another episode of Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, part of our 0 to 200 run. I am back from vacation and glad to be back broadcasting for you all. We are in the studio, we are live, and we are ready to go. So one of the things where we left off, we had taken care of Fornival's trial, and we are close to the deadline of that occurring. Let's go see what's going on. Let's grab some armor, grab some things, and we will be on our way. I think we have enough money to buy what I see is a cosmetic upgrade. Might cause a little difference in our defense and whatnot, but with a few upgrades, we'll be right back where we need to be. I had a good vacation. Went down to Austin, Texas. Visited a really great video game store for retro games called Game Over Games. Check it out at gameovervideogames.com. Started in Austin, Texas. They have a few branches. It was very cool.
Sure, they're writing, but who's some sell a piece of I'm sure you'll
All right,
find
let's see what he has, because I know these boots aren't quite what I like, but so right now we're at 351. $351 all the way down to 324 and 258. I think we can upgrade those a little bit for 110,000. Yes, let's take them, because the Grizzly Greaves are going to replace those later on, but I like the look of these, and that's what I want. So we will upgrade them, and we should be okay. Yeah, I like that look much better. Let's give it a go. Let's go upgrade these at Caxton's Armory. And we'll be, You're welcome, Dark Bunny. I got Dark Bunny a Nintendo 64 controller that was only released in Japan. It's a very pretty color, and she liked it. So I made sure to get that for her. It was a very nice trip.
It is much more quiet.
Let's make our way back to Caxton's Armory.
This shop will see to your hair.
She said it's very pretty. The controller. It was certainly unusual.
Also, some weapons can
All right, let's talk to you. Let's upgrade these greaves and see what it brings us up to. I mean, we're not terrible as far as what we had to enhance, but of course, a little bit of work, and we should have no problems. So what do we need? Unspeakable meat. I have 2 of those. I have 3. Oh, so it only takes 1 and 21,000? Yes. And that will bring us up quite a bit. So let's go ahead with that. And we'll just upgrade that to level 2. Okay. I'm okay with the way those look now. And let's take a look at our stats. 463. Yeah, we're good. We're good there. So I do need to change over vocations a little bit, and we need to work on a couple things, because I feel that we are not quite ready. So let's see here. We need to set some skills. So we're going to set gouge. I don't think we had remembered to do that. And do we have any augments?
What will it be today?
Let's set skills. Actually, we need
will it
to
be today?
learn skills first, huh? Let's see what we can do. Ooh, there's that dire gouge that we want. So I will take that one. And let's learn some full bend, keen sight, punctured dart. Keen sight. And then Lycian sight is what we definitely use. So we have that. Fivefold flurry we took care of. Full bend. And then we'll get mighty bend. Alright. Then we're going to learn. These are my notes from many, many years. So I know. See, that's a dagger skill. Let me see. So let's check out our augments. And a lot of these augments, dexterity. We're going to have to learn, let's see here. A lot of these I haven't earned yet. So we're going to change back to the assassin, or to the strider for a minute. Because we don't have any discipline points from there, and that helps learn quite a bit. So let's change back to them. We'll get some daggers for us, and we'll be ready to roll. Yes, let's change our equipment. So right now we cannot use Eden's Warden. But we can use some other things, so we'll get ready for that. It's not terrible because our magic defense went up by 2. And we only lost about 19. For there, and that's okay, because we'll make that back. So I feel comfortable with that. So we will have to get some daggers real quick, and we're going to do that. Mick Huck, good morning and welcome to the chat. How are you? The wind be pushing ya, huh?
Come again soon.
Where's the wind pushing you, sir?
Conversation
Let me know
is the
what's
heart
going
of
on.
any bond. In time, it can foster great affinity.
If you've crossed
It's good to be back here with all the chat.
Especially the masterworks all.
So we need to buy some daggers. And I know we have some good ones in here. Scalding daggers. See, the Crimson Teeth, definitely stronger, but those Scalding Razors. Permanent fire enchantment, so yes, please. And we're gonna increase our points here, and then we will be back to change our augments. So what do we have here? I've got 3 out of 5. I have 14, and I only need 2. So yes, please, let's bring these up. Obviously. Into the current again. All right.
The masterworks all.
All right, we're ready. Look at that. Armed. Dangerous. and ready to roll. Let's take a look at our quests. So we're near the deadline for our main story quest there. 5 Skeleton Magi, all of Grancis. Blue Moon Tower, we will find them. Let's go to the Soul Flare Canyon then and take care of the phantasms. We'll take care of the golems.
We'll like to have dealings with
That'll be
for some time to come.
nice little change for us. So let's save it up, because now we are ready to go. Looks like people are pouring into the chat today. Good morning, and thank you for joining me. So we're going to go up into the Soul Flare Canyon and take care of those phantasms. Let's go. This probably... Yeah, this will get us where we need to be. So we're going to start in Dios Hills. And with a flash of light, we are off.
This leads down into the catacombs.
This is the nice little area of the catacombs here. So where we're trying to go is up here to the east entrance of the Soul Flare Canyon. And as you can see, the west entrance is over there. So we're going to make our way to the Soul Flare Canyon. We're facing the correct direction. Let's roll. Again, we're doing this at night, which just tends to be the way of it, but tomorrow morning we should find out. Fornival's fate.
I'll take that. We might find aught of use here, Master. I suggest we search.
That's true. Why don't you guys take a look around, pick up what you can.
What a splendid woodland, and so rich in resources.
Yeah, none of this has respawned yet, so we're going to make our way up. We still have a couple golems to take out, and we will do that after we get to the Soul Flare.
Armed bandits arisen. A chimera
Ah,
arisen.
yes. Bandits. And a chimera. Hello. Well, this is just a nice little treat here. Already on fire. Let's get that snake off there. Come here. Ooh, I missed it. Where is it? Come here. Quit turning around. You got the idea. Get that snake off of there. You know. Oh, you stayed there. Ooh. Oh. I want that. There we go.
Snake is done.
Snake is off. We're already working on the goat. Goat should be done. And pretty soon. Let's get to the head of this beast here. And we should have no problem. Whoop. Yelling in my face. And down we go. All right. Let's pick up what we can here. Heal up a little bit. No worries.
I'll take that.
Freakish scale, freakish mane.
Careless running can leave a fellow out of breath and vulnerable.
All right. Looking good. Ooh, what do we have over here? Little pieces. Another freakish scale. Okay, came from the snake. All right, I think we got everything we need there. Got ourselves turned around a little bit. Let's see where we're at. All right, we're going to turn this way and go back up the hill. We'll follow this path, and we will be set.
These are human footprints. Doubtful it was a friendly one.
In the daytime, of course, it is much easier to see where you're trying to head. Yeah, well, we got some rogues here. The daggers are definitely faster than the sword, but the sword was a little bit stronger. Oh, we got wolves too here.
Wait for an opening.
Trying to sneak up on my team members.
Counter after they strike.
Alright, let's find out where the rest of them are. Got to get some discipline points here under Strider. And then, of course, we'll switch back to Assassin. I normally run the game with no music so that I can hear more of what's going on in my surroundings. I play a lot of the games that I play without the background music. Oh, look what we found here. Oh, an ancient scroll. Yay.
We don't take kindly to trespassers.
Change the stakes. My support.
Watch for their magic! Cannot be.
They attack in succession.
What do we have over here? Ooh, that was a good 1-for-1 there. Couple more still lurking about.
It's weak to fire!
I'll heal your wounds.
Makes sense. There are a lot of people that like the end of the fight music. I've
This looks
just
interesting.
never really used it, but I can appreciate those who do. The soundtrack is very, very good. It's not that it's not an enjoyable soundtrack. I just run it without it. All right. So, again, I'm in the dark. And we're going to go straight up this path. There we go. Got turned around a little bit there.
Armed bandits are risen.
Ah, yes. Armored Cyclops, wolves, and some bandits. Let's get your helmet off first, though, because there he goes. He did knock the helmet off, but he grabbed me at the same time here. He's squeezing. Oh, he did take a bite before he put me down. I thought that I would have managed to get away before the bite, but his helmet is off, so we will 5-fold flurry. And break some of the teeth off. Ostensibly making him matter, and that's the end of that. Let's clear up the rest of these that are just hanging out around the bottom. And we're going to get close to daylight. Oh, hello, Stabby. Good to see you again.
They attack in quick succession!
Where are you hiding here in the...
My consciousness fades.
Now we'll gain the
All right, who fell down?
I'll heal your wounds.
Cicero, welcome back. Oh, hello. Good, this vocation rank. That's building up some vocation rank increase for me. We will load up here a little bit. Witcher, good to see you. Welcome back. It's good to see the new viewers as well.
Fire works well!
Did you know that wolves travel in packs?
They're nimble! Watch your back!
I hear more wolves. All right, first we're going to the Soul Flare Canyon. We're not playing around.
Such raw evil.
Now we'll
What?
gain the upper hand. I'll support
I
you.
saw that. Oh, there you go. Interesting that he was held in stun lock like that. I get hit by that. That was a good
fire works well.
win there. Fell Lord's Bone, please.
That was hardly a war.
And there goes its skull. All right, let's heal up.
I'll heal your wounds.
That's true. You'll ne'er hit them, swinging blindly. You know, it's great to be able to play this game
We have
Bears
triumphed.
noble fruit.
with people that are also very familiar with it. There is such a following amongst
There, Master! Wolves!
those that play Dragon's Dogma. We know what the pawns say by heart. We're familiar with the land of Grancis. I am very excited for Dragon's Dogma 2.
We don't take
bandits are
kindly
risen.
to trespassers.
Wolves hunt in packs. Now we'll gain the upper
Wolves
hand.
hunting packs.
Counter after they strike.
We have a bunch of female bandits just taking us down. There's a berry.
I'll take that.
We'll eat some berries. Let's see what we have in our inventory. Do we have anything of use? Not that I'm really going to need it. We have some good materials. Curatives. That's stamina-wise. We'll eat that berry just for a little bit of an uptick there. And let's get into the Soul Flare Canyon and get rid of these phantasms so that we can earn some more experience. Turn around. I knew I was near there. It's up one. In it.
Counter after they strike. Now,
They're left exposed after a grand strike. We have
All
triumphed.
right.
That was hardly a warm-up.
That's good. We're doing much better against the bandits than we were originally. We had a little bit of... It's amazing how quickly
It's treacherously steep.
those bandits, even though you'll find them in early stages, how strong they are. What am I hearing? Is there another Chimera? Yep. There you are. You're stuck there, sir.
Master. Wolves! Stay
Well, let's just take this snake off then. Let's get the snake rent from the body here.
Reach a fire!
All right. So we're gonna, when it falls, we'll get on that goat. I remember the first time, for the most part, I think I leveled up most everything was done as a
You've my support.
This looks interesting.
Strider originally, because I didn't realize
Careless running can leave a fellow out of breath.
that
and
you could
vulnerable.
change vocations. And later on, as I went through several more playthroughs, many more hours, I have found that the two that I really enjoy are the Strider and then Assassin. And so that's how I am doing this complete build. Will be Strider and Assassin. We're going to go back to Assassin as soon as I level this vocation up completely. And then we will make our way, continue to level 200. Let's see where we are status-wise right now. We have 35,876 out of 70,424. to get us to level 47. So we have 5 more levels of discipline to rank up in the Strider, and then we should be pretty much set to move on. I see that people in chat are talking about doing their runs as Fighter and Mystic Knight. It is amazing that this game has so many opportunities for however you want to build your character, and that is part of the enjoyment of it. I am looking forward to Dragon's Dogma 2 for the same thing, seeing what comes in there. The spear user definitely looks very interesting to me, and hopefully with your guys' continued support, I can get early access to Dragon's Dogma 2, which would be wonderful. Let's slide down here real quick. And we will make our way into the Soul Flare Canyon. One thing I did see, I see the bow user is back, but I did not see one that was able to use the bow and single-handed sword like the assassin is. Now, I hope that's just something they didn't show, and perhaps it will still exist, because honestly, that is my favorite way to play, is with the bow and the one-handed sword.
My fire is yours.
I don't need your fire, but thank you.
I'll support you. Don't let them drag you off.
That's why I keep permanently enchanted fire weapons. It makes quite a difference when fighting anything that isn't on the ground, for one, and it's just good in general. Ah, look at that. Up, down it goes. Let's see. Looking in chat here. Magic Archer is that is a good point brought up in chat. Well, hello there. Coming out of nowhere. There are a lot of vocations that they're individual to the individual player. I don't necessarily like to use them all the time, but I have played through every vocation and found the advantages and disadvantages that I like to use in my style. I mean, Magic Archer has a lot of great things. There's an egg. I like those eggs because they are great curatives, so we will use that, and we are up to full. Now let's make our way down.
I'll take that.
A lot of people say the damage is not there in a Magic Archer as it is for some with a Ranger, and there is some truth to that, but there is a... the bow that you find in Bitter Black Isle that is for the Magic Archer can certainly change and turn the tables
I'll take that.
as far as what the Magic Archer has to offer. And when they released the DLC, it opened up a myriad of opportunities all around. I had them on my OG Arisen because I had tried so many things, even changing to a female Arisen to be able to play as a mage so that I could upgrade the gear for my main pawn. And then I changed my main pawn at that time to an assassin while I played as a mage. Well, we've got some battle going on over here. And there's what we need. Oh, blast arrows are certainly something that I carry on me anytime that I have to do any sort of speed run, boss run. Conker's Periaps and blast arrows will melt anything from Daemon to death. They all They are very OP. That's a good one. That's a good one. Now we got 3 more of these to get rid of. This quest line.
Vigilance, Arisen. Magic will avail where muscle will not.
Ooh, that was close. White Orchid. Yes, please. And let's draw you in. Where you at? Still running, huh?
Life from its host.
Do not let them close.
That'll be alright. If they do attach to you, it's easier to get a critical hit on. So, go ahead.
Over!
Magic will avail where muscle will not.
Decent attack.
Finish it with magic.
That was a lot of fire. Well, I'm soaked now. Okay.
I'll support you. You've my support.
There it goes. Attack it, please. Or fall down. That's
I
fine.
have it.
There you go. A little bit of life drain, but not an issue. So we will take a look at that quest then. Two more Phantasm.
Shall restore your health. Hold on.
I'll take that.
Of course you're going to pick up that bucket. You stole a bucket from my house, too. All right. Well, normally, you know, if you change your pawn's gender to level up, there were, because I changed to switch vocations as well, and I normally do not play as a mage, so that was a different take altogether. And some people will change the gender of their pawn to finish Ophus's quest as well, when you can also just switch into a pair of women's garb, and that works equally well. And I think we're going to have to take care of that now. Let's get rid of these two. And that should finish this quest off for us. That was a good hit. Nice crit.
Stay close.
Oh, I must have swung at the right time for that one. It's a good hit.
Magic will avail where muscle will not.
I'll see how it takes to match.
Fire works well, but holy works better.
Attack!
Unless it's attached. There it is. So we finished off that quest.
More than that.
So that gave us 3,000 experience. And there's an Astra
I wonder
shard.
what's inside.
There it is. And some margins. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Always pick up your things, because you never know when you're going to need them. All right, let's return. What did we get that was new? Oh, Fell Lord's Bone. Yes, that's, what do we have new here in the weapons? What do we get here? We got a Gleam of Heaven. Okay. That's good. Making our way. I think they pick up the buckets as porta potties, was said in chat. It was funny because I was moving along and I visited my house there in Cassardis, and my pawns just began to steal everything in the house that wasn't nailed down, which was interesting. So let's travel in a flash of light. Ooh, what did we get here? Scarlet cape? Cloak of blazing scarlet. Let's take a look at this one real quick. I like the way that looks, but it just doesn't fall the same way. See, it's a little shorter, doesn't fall the same way. But it has a good look. I'm waiting to get my direwolf cloak. I like the way that looks. Don't worry, it's not real fur. So let's get going back to Grand Soren. And I think we have enough to give Celine what she needs, but we need to go back to the forest too. So we'll grab those for her on the way. And back to Grand Soren real quick, now that we finished that Phantasm quest.
This looks interesting. Tis a port crystal. One can reach it from anywhere with the use of a magic.
Anything new on this quest board? No, there is not.
This is a place quite restful to my kind.
So right now we're in a good space. And we are coming up close
Now,
on
where shall we head?
the quest lines. So we do have to grab some
Save enough for lodging.
herb here.
I hear no one. Have your pick. Any you like.
And let's
What will it be
deposit
today?
what we have in our... Get ourselves down to the weight we want to be at again. So we're going to unload what we have. Well, we picked up a couple things. A rotten pumpkin. We'll go through and sell that stuff later. Hey, thanks, Witcher. That's impressive. I appreciate the plug. Let's see what we have here. We're going to go down. Casey is acting right now as pretty much the pack mule of sorts, being a larger pawn, definitely carrying the brunt of things, and is a very good, works very well at obtaining things that were left, and does a great job of policing the area.
What will
It's
it
a
be
very
today?
good. So we're going to grab some Grancis herbs while we have them here. Yeah, I should probably look in the right place. Where's all my moon glow? Okay, good. Let's take out 5 of these.
What will it be today? Have your pick. Come again.
Then we're going to take a look at our quests again. 5 King Bay Leaves. Snakeskin Purse, I know where to find it, but we're going to have to look. Skeleton Knights, we're going to find those. 50 War Bugles, we have most of those. Grancis Herb. All right, so let's go give her that. One Grancis Herb will be fine. I don't know why I picked
Just
5.
Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today?
Because I was thinking of King Bay Leaves. So we're going to deposit 4 of those. And we will pick the bay leaves out of here. That's what we need.
What will it be today?
So we're going to withdraw. these bay leaves out of here. Are they under the curatives now? Am I getting lost? Maybe a little? So I know I didn't have... There they are. There's 2 of them. And I'm going to take both of those, and then we will grab the rest when we get to the forest there. So we're going to zoom off in another flash of light. And this will take us to where we need to go. I appreciate the support that everybody's been giving me. If you haven't, consider following me on Twitch and checking out my YouTube page, also at A Voice Among Many, and subscribe on there. The support helps me out greatly and allows me to keep bringing content to you. I'm back from vacation now. It is it was a nice vacation, but it was also weird not being on and streaming for you guys for the time that I was off. But I'm glad to be back, and thank you everyone for still being here and not forgetting about me. Oop, of course. Yeah, not having a lot of stamina
You need help again?
is something that is definitely difficult to get used to, even though I'm already, into level 46. It's not like I just started this. But you get very used to, after a number of years, not worrying about the amount of stamina you have. I could almost run from Cassardus to Grand Soren without any issue. And,
I wonder what's inside.
an alchemical cloak. Okay, we will use that. Hey, look who we have. We got a King Bayleaf there. We'll grab those. King
This
Bayleaf.
looks interesting.
These are for a quest. And there's still one more around here somewhere. There's an ancient tablet. We need
That
that.
slate you carry looks like aught of value, or scholarly interest at the least. If you want those strange writings read, you best see. Helping the masses is their call. It would be my pleasure to help you myself.
Okay, so to decipher this
That
tablet,
slate you carry looks like aught of... If you want helping, it would be...
and we do have the 5 King Bayleaf there. And this tablet can be deciphered. Oh, a fiery talon. All right, let's take a look at that. There should be one more.
Why not bring that slate to a man of the cloth? Don't let...
Yeah, so that slate can be deciphered in Cassardus, and we're going to go do that. So we picked it up. There should be one more. Did I pick them all up? I must have. All right, so let's travel back to Cassardus very quickly. Even though it's right around the corner. Yes, not having stamina can be such a pain when you think, hey, I'm gonna make this work. And you realize that you're not making it as far as you hoped without a great deal of stamina behind you. Oh, my lantern's about to go out anyway, so might as well put it away. I forget that, too,
This is a place quite
is that having the elite lantern that I picked up in Bitter Black Isle so long ago,
certainly do make a lot of experience.
not having it now, quite a difference in oil consumption. You're not going to notice it all that much because there's plenty of oil to be found. Oh, Adero, I'm glad to see you're alive. I thought I killed you.
The lost chapel.
And he's going to decipher the slate here.
Served by a dedicated...
Text upon a tablet, and found amid the date. I dearly wish I could tell you. Sad to say, all I can tell you for certain is that, have you perchance been north? I have heard rumor of a map.
I feel more familiar with this quest.
Okay, so he lets you know
But I can help
that you need to go to the Dragon Forged. So, everybody okay over here? Oh no. As it said, best to let sleeping dogs lie. Sleeping people, too. I see. Well, that's good to know. How about when the harpies put me to sleep and then continue to try and kick my ass? How fair is that? All right. So we have this new slate. Let's go and make our way to the Dragon Forge. So we will, again, make a fast trip. If you don't have the Elite Lantern, it's not... it's not terrible. Actually, what we're going to do is go to Grand Soren and drop these bay leaves off to
It is a port crystal.
R.
One
Smith,
can reach it from anywhere with the use of a magic item.
which will, again, increase
Be they man
and
or
complete
pawn,
that
it is
quest.
hard to do all
So let's
alone.
drop that off real quick. The Elite Lantern does give a lot more light, but again, it was released as part of the Dark Arisen, and not everybody
The life of a salesman surely
had
has its
used
own
one, so it's
trials.
not like you're not going to make it by with a regular lantern.
I see you're hard at work on an errand, friend. Truly, even as long that makes tis work.
All right, here's your 5 King Bay leaves.
Oh, completed the request, have you? Here, friend?
We ought to ask a priest or
Gave us
monk
5,000 experience, plus some more gold. Good to know. What do we have here? Deliver the goods. A leaden globe. Yeah, let's do that. We'll grab that. We'll figure it out.
Many's the person comes to drink here.
Patrons
All
often
very
host
different
work
tales.
notices in the ale.
It's always good to keep moving. So let's get going to Hillfigure Knoll and take this tablet
You humans
to the Dragon Forge so we can at least finish this quest off. Now, once you teach your pawns,
Grand Soren, the beating heart of all Grances.
so we're going to make our way to the Hillfigure Knoll.
I've come to
We
feel
can take a
more
nice
at peace
leisurely
when the
walk.
capital is in sight.
We'll let that stamina regenerate.
Castle walls, or the ruins of such.
Then we're going to be coming up on some battles here. This has been a slow start.
Been kind to this place.
Was most like a watch.
In the attempt to make sure that all... Oh, they still hit strong. Good crit on there. Okay. All right. All right. It's enough. Guess I'll use my ranged. There we go. We'll just heal up here.
They attack in quick succession.
It is easier to take them down when you have stronger weapons, but again, I'm trying to see where my melee,
I'll heal your wounds.
my melee attack sits versus my bow, because I know the bow is going to be much more powerful having Dragon's Ire.
Strength in numbers arisen.
And as you see, they can still do a lot of damage. The part that is when they are over near Maul's Keep, that's also... It's one of those that you think it's an early game place.
They're armed, Master.
But many of the enemies there will just absolutely destroy you. What is going on up here? Come on.
All among the crags that litter this place.
You're not even looking the right direction.
It'll take more
All
than
right.
that.
Yeah. Every little bit helps. So we have been working a little bit through some quests, so let's see where we are. We're about 11,000 away from level 47.
We'll find a vantage to fire down on our foes from atop the wall.
Yes, the leaden globe is a craftable item,
The road splits here.
and
Let's be doubly sure of
we're going to
which
get there because I believe I have half of it.
The roads are safer than the brush, but still, we'd best stay wary.
We're going to cross over here and make our way to the Wind Bluff Tower area.
This must have been built ages ago.
A breach will serve as a fine landmark.
Bandits aren't fond of intruders. If they see us, they'll attack.
From magic arisen.
They are weaker than the other ones, but again, oh, coin pouch. Was I? I don't know.
Strength in numbers arisen.
Was I unlucky or were you unlucky? Or is it the same thing? Think about that.
We have triumphed.
I honestly can't wait to get back to using the one-handed sword,
Shall restore your health. Hold on.
because in doing so, I get that dire gouge back, which is great against drakes, worms, dragons. So let's take a little bit of experience from these guys. Good. Vocation rank increasing. That will open up some new augments, which that I like is that the augments, once you learn them in particular vocations, can be applied to any of the Arisen. That is the advantage of learning the different vocations, because some allow you better climbing, faster climbing, and I'm always going to try and find the best way for the playstyle that I like.
Please, run it down. Strike the tail. You've my support.
Trying to spit some poison at me, are you?
Well against that reptile.
And right now, the level that my pawns are at allows for me to still have support, but there is a great deal. There's no experience stolen.
Burn them to ash.
Because the pawns are below my level in a considerable way.
That was hardly a warm-up.
All right, pick up the area, everybody. Grab your tails and skins and poisons, sacks, and let's add them to our inventory. Looks like we have some hobgoblins over here causing trouble. Oh, I'm on fire. Level 47. That's good, so that healed me up anyway. I'll take it. Dark Bunny just leveled up as well. I think that cleared out that area as well. And we're going to make our way this direction yet again. So many things hidden everywhere. And that is another thing that I am very excited for in Dragon's Dogma 2 is the increased size of the open world. There was quite a bit. This open world was very enjoyable, and where? That's what we want. And very large. But if we now are going to be going into an even larger area, I look forward to seeing the exact size difference and the new locales. What would be amazing is if you could import your original Arisen into the new game, but I'm sure it's not going to work exactly like that. But that would be a very cool mechanic. Because it seems like most of us have continued to play over the years and built many different builds from those that I see in the community that I'm still, have the pleasure to be able to talk with.
After this comes the fun part.
I cannot take much more.
So your pawn never will disappear from the server. Whether you start new game plus, or, it's still there. And the only reason I realize this is because I have seen different iterations . And it was interesting because the other day I happened to find out that some of the servers still are working, but they seem to be closing down a little bit. And the only reason I found that out was that I was watching another stream of a friend of mine who was playing, and he seemed very surprised that there was no server. Now, most often I've actually been put into offline mode, and I'm not sure if that's due to my geolocation or just the way the time is going. But again, the servers are going to have to go back up for Dragon's Dogma 2, considering we already know that the pawn mechanic is going to be there, and I'm sure people are going to be able to share your pawn as before.
Fear not should we lose our way, Master. Your map will serve
Oh.
us.
We're just going to make our way this way.
Sulfur Saurian!
I like Sulfur Saurians because they're not incredibly difficult, and they give almost 1,000 experience.
Strike the tail!
Per victory at this point. Oh, now they are giving over 1,000 because we have leveled up further away from our pawns. They were giving 992, and now we're at 1013. So, yes, I will continue to use them as often as possible because they're very good experience builders when farming. All right, now is the time where we'll probably need to put our lantern on, and we will refill. I can see we're already getting heavy, but that's because I'm holding on to a slate here. But we're going to get the Arisen's Bond. It would be interesting if you could hire your old pawn that you hadn't seen in quite some time. Be a little nostalgic. I agree with that.
These Malkin's claws bite.
And as we see, anything we're fighting now is giving us... Oop. Watch out for that. Hey now. Enough with that magic. I gotta remember, I'm not indestructible here. But I'm still facing in battles as though I am fully armored in Bitter Black Isle armor and weapons. Which I need to remember is not something that happens to be true. Okay, we're in the Cursewood, so we're going to go back down this way and cross. We'll slide down.
The footing here is poor. Tread carefully.
So let's take a look at where we're at currently. So we did make it to level 47, and we're already 15,000 into it just by taking care of the sulfur saurians that we found. So let's go across here. That's all right. Get your head out of the water. You can't breathe underwater. Doesn't really matter, but just kind of funny the way you drop your head in there. All right, so we were soaked. We're going to put this away real quick. And bring it back out. And we have the light back. There it is. There it is. There it is. Take a look at our map. I wanted to fight those, so we will take the catacombs. And I think I want to get done with this before it gets to be terribly dark. So we're going to go to the other side here. Dios Hills. And go up. All right. So as you see where we are, we're going to make our way over to where we're going. Now this area is going to be full. Up. There goes my stamina again. Ah, it's because I'm so heavy. See, I'm not used to running with a heavy character. And again, not having a lot of stamina to begin with, it's being drained quite easily by the fact that I am running heavy.
Tis far stronger than a common goblin.
Down here. I hear skeletons.
Skeleton!
And now everyone is aware that there are skeletons.
star will gain the upper hand.
Ah, yes. So now we're going to inquire after the verdict of Fornival as well. After we finish this quest.
What's that?
And that
Shall restore your health. Hold on.
will be a good place to bring this episode to an end once we get there. So let's take a look again to make sure we're going the right direction. And we are not. So we want to turn this way and make our way. Again, getting turned around. This is the path that we want to take. I tend to get turned around in the dark. I could have just followed the
What's that?
marker on my mini-map there. But I enjoy looking at the large map to see the grand picture of where I am, because there are shortcuts to get through, but the easiest way is to take the path on this particular one. I hear more skeletons.
A skeleton comes.
That's another reason why
We ought to equip ourselves to suit our objectives.
play a game like this without using the OST.
Skilled indeed.
And again, this run that I'm doing currently is much slower than what will be happening after we take on Grigori for the first time, because this one has been a lot of building up what's going to keep us alive in successive playthroughs. It's not always about getting through as quickly as you can. I have found that the runs in this game
Each different combination
seem
of
to be
powers
more based on
offers
how
its
you
own
set
tactics
yourself
for
up for starting your new game plus. And then when you finally reach level 200 and basically have everything you need, the game still has replay value because you're just OP. And that is also very enjoyable.
The monsters that lurk here keep this path all but deserted.
More skeletons?
Change the star will gain the upper hand. Skilled indeed.
Ooh, that was a good hit. But as you see now,
Must stay calm. One at a time.
we're certainly
Strength in
better
numbers,
prepared to
Arisen.
handle them. Let's see. I think we had... Let's take a look at this. So this fiery talon. It's good for warrior, but that's not what... I don't play as a warrior for very long. Every once in a while, I'll play one for a couple levels for the strength gain. But I have found I have never had an issue just playing as a strider and assassin as far as my ending amount of strength. And
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
Casey, come over and pick some of this stuff up, because I'm getting pretty heavy here. And
It's here. Let's be doubly sure of which will see us to our destination.
I have a couple people that I know that are playing right now that are min-maxing. And that takes some time. I've enjoyed playing around with that mechanic.
Look over there. Is that some sort of structure?
What structure are you pointing to? There's another Eden's Warden user. Alright, let's make our way.
Before setting off, we ought to equip ourselves to suit our objectives.
So, I'm looking at chat right now, and I have some people in there talking about grinding gear from Bitter Black Isle. Do you use the God's Bane technique?
Every beast
Or
has
how
its
do you
weakness.
grind
Observe
your
closely
gear?
and learn to explore.
Because I know what grinds my gears. But how do you grind your gear? Leave a comment.
It is weary work, standing guard in hostile lands. Morale can falter.
This is a, look how slowly the stamina regenerates when you're working with a heavy pawn or heavy arisen. I might even be very heavy at this point. I'm still heavy, okay, and everybody else is very light. So hopefully when I drop this tablet off, but I don't think this tablet is as heavy as the first one. But I know it makes some difference. And I do have some shackles that I picked up, and those are heavy. Oh, we got direwolves.
Skeleton!
Oh, more skeletons?
We've arrived at the Duke's northern stronghold.
Yeah, this is the Wind Bluff Tower. We're almost to where we need to be. And we are taking it slow because, man, that stamina drains fast, and you can feel it. You can feel it in the movements. Well, this will be a... Let me save some of this. I don't... This one's not armored. So we'll take these direwolves down if they happen to attack our rear flank. And we'll take this down because this is a nice little ambush quest here.
Massive beasts prowl this area.
It's weak to fire! Clear the flames! Wreath your weapons in them! A cyclops there!
Alright, so this is going to drain my stamina quickly, considering that I am heavy. But the fivefold flurry...
Aim for its weapon arm!
Well, we don't have to aim for its weapon arm when it fell down.
I'll have it in puff.
Take your hand off your eye, please. All right. Good little help there. And it didn't drain my stamina completely. But hopefully Casey will pick up some of what dropped. There's not much more that I can carry. And I don't want to be overburdened. So let's make it up to where we need to. The God's Bane technique is quite useful in Bitter Black Isle, especially where you pick up the Void Key. The chest that is right near the Void Key is one of the ones that will give you part of the Oblivion armor set. Death gives you the leg gear, and then the Oblivion armor set can be from the front. I remember I farmed Death several times because I needed the pair of trousers, the Boots of Oblivion, that actually had life regen on them. The first pair I got didn't have them, and then I found out that through farming again, because I searched. Oh good, vocation rank up again. This is very useful. The fact that we've brought that up again. So let's get up here. We're almost there.
The hermit who lives atop this hill is nigh fluent in worm speak.
That's where we want to be. And this will help finish this quest off.
There's something drawn on the hill.
And then we're going to go see what happened with Fornival. Do you really have to heal me up? All right, fine. Heal me in here. Go ahead.
I shall restore your health. Hold on.
Go ahead. There you go. He's going to tell us about this, which we hold.
Is there naught you have to show? For I have seen it, as the sign of the...
So we're going to give him the ancient tablet.
That tablet. Then it has presented itself to you as well, arisen of the present day. I held it once myself, though it knew a different form then. 'Tis the arisen's bond, an oath given form. It has shown itself to each arisen in turn since time immemorial, ever changing its guise. Perhaps it is a test of sorts.
Perhaps.
Though it appears a humble tablet now, it will take on the form best suited to you when the time is come.
Thanks. Can I just have what you're going to give me, please? This is the...
Then the
Arisen's bond
has chosen its form. For you, it is become a ring. Take it. 'Tis the symbol of an oath that will bind you to what you hold most dear. That it chose a ring for its shape stands proof that other people are what you hold most dear.
Well, that's very nice.
No mistake. The one you vouchsafe this ring to will be bound to you most powerfully. Whether that bond will be your shield or your undoing depends upon you. Therein lies the nature of the test.
Thanks. Now I have the Arisen's
Learn what
bond.
to do with this quest.
10,000 experience and 25,000 gold, which is fine. Purifying brew, yes, we'll take it. We could clear out his house all over again. Secret softener, yes, please. We're gonna need that. Fairy stone. You know what? You might need it to get from point A to point B. I have an eternal fairy stone. Don't worry about that. Oh, somebody took it anyway. Let's go see what's down here. This one reopened, so let's see what's in here. We've gotten that several times. There's a lot of good things in here. And yes, they do respawn. So, life regen is very useful in this. And I'm curious to see where that's going to play into in Dragon's Dogma 2. I'm so interested in seeing what is going to be available as far as armor and weapons. I hope a lot of things are very similar.
Drawn on the hill.
All right, so we're going to go back to Grand Soren. And we're going to drop off what we need and see what's going on as far as...
It is a port crystal, Master.
It is a port crystal.
Anything new over here? Nothing new on that one yet.
This is a place quite restful to my kind.
Now we can... Oh yeah, it's gonna automatically take us to see what happened in Fornival's trial. So let's find out.
Order! I will have order! This inquest has its conclusion. Fornival Frescobaldi, in the name of His Grace, Duke Edmund Dragonsbane, the court hereby proclaims its verdict.
Bum, bum, bum.
Not guilty. You are cleared of all charges and released from bondage forthwith. The inquest is hereby ended.
So anytime you need to get a not guilty verdict for Fornival, and again, this is your choice, you give him the Chamberlain's affidavit, you give him Fidel's petition, you give him the petition from Father Jeffrey, and the Arisen's bond. We're going to hold on to that. Gaining a lot of extra weapons is definitely what made me quite heavy. And carrying that darn tablet around with me for as long as I did. We have a lot of scrap iron. Which we are going to have to give to Renard. And we need to find that...
What will it be today?
Have
your pick. Any you like.
We need to
Come
find
again soon.
the journal entry that is in town. And that is fine. But thank you all for joining me today for this episode. And that's what happens if you put your controller down. Here, can you just go over there, please? I'm trying to make an outro. Sorry. Anyway, thanks for joining me today for this episode of Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, part of our 0 to 200 run. When we come back, we're going to move further into the Duke's missions and see what happens. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a great day. Follow me on Twitch. Check out my YouTube channel at A Voice Among Many and subscribe there. Your support is greatly appreciated and helps me continue to bring content to you. Thank you very much for following along, and I'll see you next time we're on.